3 years ago this week, Kansas Republicans cut college aid to pay for tax cuts. We've been following this story of Kansas Republicans, including at the forefront, Governor Sam Brownback, who have cut college aid for the poor to pay for tax breaks. We wondered how this would work, and we now know it has been an unmitigated disaster. Sam Brownback raised taxes on the poor to pay for tax cuts for the rich, threatened to defund the judiciary if it ruled against him on an issue related to school funding. Then he was cheerleading the tax cuts that destroyed his state. And just last week, Governor Sam Brownback cut higher education as the Kansas tax receipts are falling short of expenditures because of the tax cuts for the rich. The Kansas economy, Lewis, has completely fallen apart under Sam Brownback. It is a terrible place to be doing business. It is a terrible place to be getting a public school education. It is not doing well in healthcare. It's not doing well in social services. It has had real repercussions, yet we don't hear, well, we heard some Republicans in Kansas who figured this out, but the Republican Party, by and large, still supports this broader supply-side taxation policy.
Yes, I guess they could probably try to come up with excuses why that this one situation is just anecdotal, and they won't point to it. They'll tell us not to believe it. I think it's a perfect example, and unfortunately, they've pulled the wool over the eyes of their constituents.
Yeah,
everyone buys this stuff, and they keep trying to push for it.
It has had some repercussions. More than 100 Republicans endorsed the Democratic challenger against Republican Governor Sam Brownback in Kansas, although he was ultimately reelected by a small margin. So one of the really, really horrible Republican governors. Just imagine, I mean, I wonder if Sam Brownback at night sits there and says, wow, I destroyed my state. I mean, I really, really destroyed my state. Or if he just rationalizes it away.
If I had to guess, I would say that he actually doesn't care about anyone other than the rich people he's trying to make sure stay rich or get richer. I have the feeling that's exactly the type of guy this is.
That's the same feeling a lot of lower and middle class Americans in Kansas have about their governor, Sam Brownback. Just a total and utter disaster.